On me that. Come on. Champions League semi-final business. Atletico Madrid against Arsenal Football Club. Two of the biggest clubs to have never won the Champions League. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Atletico Madrid have been to 3 finals. The feeling of Paris 2006 is fresh in my mind, people. That was the first time I cried over Arsenal Football Club as a 31-year-old man. I'm telling a lie. I'm sure we played either in the FA Cup or something as a little kid. Michael Owen, I'm sure it was in the Millennium Stadium. Michael Owen and Liverpool beat Arsenal. I might be making this all up, but I'm sure that was the first time I cried. But cried over that, cried over the Champions League final. And listen, Birmingham, the League Cup final. Other than that, I ain't cried no tears over Arsenal, apart from when Wenger called it a day. It's emotional. That was my guy and things of that ilk, yeah. But it's time to make a statement, Arsenal fans. Listen, I will say this. All the talk is going to be around PSG and Bayern Munich. Again, I've offered my thoughts on that. And I'm going to say this, and let me know if you agree with this statement or disagree with this statement. Of course, of course, Mikel Arteta, the manager, and the players, it goes hand in hand. Manager's got to do his tactics. Players obviously have to go win the game, defend well, score goals in any game we play in any competition, right? But am I wrong for saying this? Because I've been saying this for months. I've been saying it in my group chats, right? Mikel Arteta has to win Arsenal Football Club, the Premier League. The players have to win the Champions League. What Mikel Arteta has done or hasn't done and tactics and all of that stuff. Obviously, the players as well, but I think that's more applicable in the Premier League. He's 9 points clear, talking about 12. Now we're in a different kind of realm. That's on everyone, but I think that's on the gaffer. Now, where Europe's concerned, I take confidence, but not confidence. That's not the right word. I take pride in beating Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid in the league phase because it shows you can compete with the best. It shows you can get a result. Go back 12 months. When we beat PSG versus when we played them in the semi-finals, a lot of football is said. And there is an element of it was a different kind of moment. Think about the Manchester City side we failed to beat at the Emirates versus the last 2 times we've played them, right? So you've got that. Obviously, with that in mind, it shows you that you can compete and you can win. And football's a great game and that upsets do happen. But the semi-finals or the crunch time of the season and the dynamics are very different. And where I say for the players in Europe is, for me personally, I do think Mikel Arteta will cope tactically. I don't think we might be undone tactically, but it won't be boys against men, positional, all of that sort of stuff. Atletico Madrid have that. Stay with me. Atletico Madrid have that. Bayern Munich have that. PSG have that. But they've all got the individuals. And what I mean by that is, technically, in that 9-goal thriller we saw yesterday against PSG and Bayern Munich, which one of them will win the Champions League, tactically, both teams competed. It was an interesting setup, individually, collectively, position, playing up from the back, all of that. It had everything. It had penalties, had set pieces, had great individual moments, had everything. But PSG actually technically came from behind. Kane scored the first goal, forgive me if I'm wrong. So the players turned it around. Then there was a point in the second half where it looked like it wasn't even encounter, but it looked like momentum was shifting towards PSG. It was like, if it was 50-50 at that period in the second half, it became like 60-40, in my opinion, in PSG's favor. And I'm sure at one point, PSG were 2-3 goals ahead. The players of Bayern Munich are obviously going to be disappointed that they lost, but you've gone from what could have been losing the tie by 3 goals to it's 5-4, and PSG have to go to your backyard. So the players make the difference. Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, Doué, Neves, Bayern Munich with the Diazes, the Kanes, Elises, the list goes on, people. So all 4 teams, and Julian Alvarez is the man for them lot in Europe, and they've got Lookman and things like that. Obviously, we've got weapons, but that's what I mean about we need to, the players have to win me the Champions League, because tactically, I think it's even, but Simeone is a good coach and they're a great tactical outfit, and we need to get through Atletico Madrid. Same for Bayern Munich, same for PSG, but they've also got the individuals. Now, at this moment in time, looking at my team, collectively, the individuals are not doing their thing. I know a lot of people are going to sit there and say, oh, DG, they concede a lot of goals. PSG conceded 4, Bayern Munich conceded 5. I get that. We've got a defense, but goals win games. Who are you going to bet on in the champs? Because right now, in current form, I'm putting it all on Eze. I hope Saka can do a thing and this one and that one, but that's just generally what I mean, people. And obviously, going into the season, you always ask me, and I'll still maintain this. Yeah, again, stay with me, smash the like button. You offer me blindly, without any context, how season's gonna play out at the beginning of the season. Yeah, if you can say, DG, you're getting the Premier League or the Champions League. No context, don't know how all the other competitions are gonna run, but I can guarantee you a Premier League trophy or a Champions League. if I'm disregarding every other football Arsenal fan apologies feelings across the world, I'm going to go with the Champions League because we've never done that. Us, Atletico Madrid, we're, you know, loyal servicemen. We're probably the longest servicemen in this competition without winning it. And, you know, we need to win a lot more domestic trophies, Premier League, but it's not a shame that we haven't got a Champions League. And Arsenal fans, young and old, Europe is filled with hurt. So I would say that obviously within the context of what we've been doing in terms of moving to the Emirates, we ain't won a Premier League in 20 odd years. Obviously, in the last 4 years, we've got close, but so we've just been second and we're on course for second again. Hope I'm wrong. I would say the Premier League for the lift it will give this club and the weight off its shoulders that it would provide for the players, for the gaffer, and for everyone, you know, just to get that first one over the line. And then you could say the pressure cranks up because I've never seen my team in the Emirates era win it. I've never seen us retain it. I've never seen us consistently do these things. And we're in a deficit. We need to be picking up some Premier League trophies. We need to be scumbagging some domestic trophies. We need to, listen, we should have at least 2 Champions Leagues or at least one. I mean, when the footballing gods start putting Rico cases, we're going to get that 06 one. But yeah, enough of that, people. Let me know your thoughts. It's time to make a statement anyways, people. And obviously, Simeone versus, well, I would say football won yesterday. I can't tell you for PSG or Bayern Munich, but as a football fan watching those two play, that's what you want to see. Attacking football, goals, drama, it had everything. And it lacked nothing in it apart from a clean sheet. And I'm sure both managers won't be happy with the amount of that. And I would also say that's a lesson for Arteta because Luis Enrique and company are micromanagers. They micromanage everything. They need you to stand here and do that. But no matter how much you try and control football, there's an element that is just chaotic. And when you've got clashing styles, so I think that's something for Arteta and Arsenal to bear in mind. Now, Simeone versus Arteta, it's not going to be that in it. Maybe it will. At the time of this, we're probably not going. We'll be lucky to see 1 or 2 goals in it. Obviously, I want to win. We can win a goal or 2 and take it back to the Emirates, great. But yeah, we're playing each other. It's going to be interesting from a tactical perspective. The biggest clubs who have never won the Champions League, Atletico Madrid are ahead of us. Big up Atletico, but we should be first. Spurs defo shouldn't be third. Up until last season, if this was said 12 months ago, PSG would be here. And that's another thing, man. I've seen Chelsea go do it on some Bandulu thing. I've seen PSG and City do it. Like, and it's different because I don't think that if Arsenal ever win the Champions League, there won't be no romance. You won't see, you know, Man United 1999 or Moscow away or Liverpool coming from 3 goals down, or, you know, you get where I'm going. Chelsea away at Bayern Munich. These are beautiful moments and legacy moments. I think our thing is there's no romance around it. We just have to be perfect, be good, get the job done in it. And if you're in it, you have a chance in it. But yeah, man, what do you lot make of that? Moving away from that, you lot know how much I'm a big fan of Bournemouth's Kroupi. Are you lot? Let me know. Arsenal among a number of clubs keeping tabs on Ellie Junior Kroupi 19, with Manchester United and Manchester City also credited with interest. Sources have told TalkSport that Kroupi is not believed to have a release clause in his contract. They're going to make pardon my language, a shitload of money on him, aren't they? Arsenal and Man United apparently in an auction for 50 million euros Brazilian midfielder. Now, the Athletic have name-dropped Ederson of Atalanta, who were set to go head-to-head. Could be available at somewhat a cut price because he only has a year left on his deal. Although you're seeing up to 45 to 50 million euros, which translates to about 43.5 million. That's considered too much for Atletico Madrid, who have been linked. He's 26. I'm sure he has a year left on his contract. So maybe you can bargain that down, people. Apparently, Arsenal and Man United are making concrete moves. Romano has said on his YouTube channel, for Ederson, 2 Premier League clubs are considering this possibility. Manchester United's interest is not a new story, as he was already on the list in summer 2025 and remains a monitored player. United are informed of his situation, so if they get Champions League football, they can get him. I don't think he's name dropped Arsenal at all. He's name dropped and spoken about Atletico Madrid, but just skim reading this, I don't see anything in relation to Arsenal. Andrea Berta was seen, you know, at Galatasaray, fueling Osimhen rumors. It's been revealed that he's actually not looking at Osimhen. He's looking at Baris Alpar Yilmaz, a 25-year-old left winger who's got 8 goals this season and also got 10 assists, people. Apparently, he fits the profile of a wide forward capable of adding depth and versatility to Arsenal's attack. Younes Ogon is another strong option. 25 years of age, an attacking midfielder with 6 goals and 9 assists. He used to play for Leicester City, people. We're also looking at Abdul Karim Bardrick, forgive me, and Unakar Serek, who's a goalkeeper and a centre-back respectively. So, to be honest, nobody knows what's going on. As for the bigger names, Victor Osimhen remains the headline figure at Galatasaray. However, after signing Gyökeres last summer, Arsenal are unlikely to pursue another high-cost striker. We've been linked with Kroupi, Osimhen, and Alvarez. Just put my Kroupi in the bag because he's quite versatile. I'm not going to compare him to, two French strikers who used to play for this football club, Henry and Elka, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have another striker that we look at, a French striker that we look at like that. In the same way, like Cherki, he's not Nasri in it, but like Cherki's the Nasri of today's day and age, in that you're in France, you're a Bobby Dazzler. Oh, we need to be getting these players, bro. I can't lie. I'm gonna bring a video out in terms of hot takes, yeah, and I've asked you lot on social media and on the YouTube community tab. So please join that, yeah, because we're gonna have a bit of fun. If you do have a hot take, please leave a comment under this video, because I've got a couple of hot takes. Mine being, and I'll expand on it in the video, I think we're a competitive team, but I think we're missing a soul. Not going to expand on that, going to leave that there. Arteta has spoken. Now is time to make his statement. It's a massive privilege to be here again 2 years in a row at the same part of the Champions League representing our club. We have an opportunity. We're going to grab it with both hands. You're going to see a team that wants to be dominant, that wants to win it, and they want to start to decide the tie tomorrow. This is the status that we want. We have earned it through incredible work, passion, and quality in the last 9 months. Now is the moment to make a statement and show how good we are, how much we want it, and make it happen. It's clear the opportunity in front of us. We have to attack it. I don't take it for granted, because it's a very short time ago. This club had 7 years without Champions League. Feels surreal, if I'm honest. So in that very short period of time, what we have achieved is remarkable. We know the difficulty of it. We know how much we worked for this. So enjoy it. Take the opportunity. Embrace it, because it's very tough to be here, which is true. On Atletico, they're a team that has so much experience in the competition, that has every right to be here, because what they've done is remarkable. We know the difficulty of the match, but I think we've shown in Europe, in any ground, what we're capable of. We have been very consistent and dominant. And tomorrow we have to play with that confidence, with that desire and that will to come here to win the game. I mean, Hincapie's been there. It's like the Atletico Madrid place. It's like going in. It's like being a gladiator, in it, going into the Gladiator-nasium or whatever they called it in Rome, whatever it was. So yeah, man, it's stepping into a pressure cooker. It's going to be a horrible atmosphere for a visit inside, but this is the realm you want to be in. We have prepared the game to win it. There's no question about that. We have to be ourselves, do what we constantly do with our opponents. Then let's see what the game throws, the level that we can show, the quality we can show, and hopefully that's going to be the case. I hope so. Martin Odegaard has been speaking as well, people. It's always going to be there until you win it. That's something you have to live with. We need to take all our experiences and lessons and use them in a good way. It's part of football and part of the journey. Tomorrow against Atletico Madrid is another great opportunity for us to do something special. We know what's there. We just have to enjoy it and be ready for it. Take all the lessons you know from the past and bring it into this season. We're in a great position to make history. That's what we want to do. I've been with this club for a while now. I've seen the progression since I first came and how much we've improved. It's been amazing to be part of that. And I probably want to take that last step and do something really big. That's the biggest dream of what we're working towards every single day, people. Fair play. So quite bullish from the gaffer. Those with knowledge of both Mikel Arteta and Simeone say they are similarly obsessed by detail. Both managers have an exceptionally high standards and are demanding of those around them. To be fair with you, I don't doubt that, but I would say Arteta, that applies to Arteta, Simeone, company, Luis Enrique, this one, that one. My moral of the story is every manager is going to have that in it. So I hear that, but it comes with the territory. What do you not make of this on Luis Enrique? I've never seen such intensity and physical level. We have to congratulate everyone. We deserve to win. We deserve to draw. We deserve to lose today. It was a fantastic game. So bear that in mind. While Arsenal refute any suggestion that Mikel Arteta is Andrea Berta's boss, the Italian recognizes that one of his major responsibilities is to provide Arteta with what he wants. That's probably from the Athletic article that's been coming out, people. And you can see some other stuff here. Arsenal explored different options for the striker position last summer. Andrea Berta held reservations over the Benjamin Sesko deal, especially when factoring in salary, bonuses, and commission. The Italian spearheaded Arsenal's pursuit of Gyökeres, though he would have proceeded with Sesko if instructed, but made plain he considered it a bad deal. In the end, Arsenal and Mikel aligned with his recommendation. So it's nothing to do with the player's ability and what we think of him. We've been scouting for years, whether it was his wages, bonuses, commission, all the finances. We didn't consider it was worth it. And that's the funny old thing about football. Andrea Berta and Simeone were very close at one stage, but their relationship deteriorated as tensions simmered over recruitment decisions. A degree of autonomy at Arsenal was an appeal of moving to North London, which I hope, and you know what, respectfully, the Noni Madueke kind of signings, Berta, you need to veto all of them because, again, big up Noni. We're not going to make it about Noni, but it hasn't worked. Like at this moment in time, we've not said, wow, you know what, how did Chelsea let him go? That's if that happens, great. But less of that, we need more sure bets. Arsenal did not choose Andrea Berta lightly and underwent a thorough recruitment process. Having worked with Diego Simeone, the Gunners thought Berta would be well equipped to satisfy Arteta, in addition to its experience and contacts. People, fair play. Andrea Berta had a specific criteria for his next job after leaving Atletico Madrid, and Arsenal fit the bill. The Italian was aware of the importance and relationship between sporting director and coach, and in Arteta, Berta saw parallels with Simeone. Fair play. Is there anything else? No, there isn't in that regards, people. He's also been praised for bringing Mascara to the table. Is there anything around injuries? Kai is out. Eze is there. Calafiori is apparently available. We all know what we're going to expect from Atletico Madrid. Obviously, we beat them in October, but that was a number of months away, so it doesn't really matter now. On at Julian Alvarez, he's always going to play Koi. I don't know nothing about the player. He's not at us. On Timber, we don't know yet. He's doing some stuff on the pitch at the moment, but we need to get the gears up and be able to do more things before he can compete with us. Anyone think we're going to see Timber again this season, people? Big up Simeone and Atletico Madrid. We don't need to read any of that to know how much, like, what they've done. We know we're not signing Julian Alvarez, people, but he's still consistently being linked with Arsenal. Arsenal among a number of clubs keeping tabs on Kroupi, which we're all going to do, people. Yeah, he's going to cost a lot of money. So unless you're going to put the money down, it's a myth. Is there anything new here? Because we're just talking about Kroupi, aren't we, in this regards? Dembele leaving PSG is a possibility, less of that. So, yeah, man, it don't seem like there's anything new. If Andrea Berta had his way, sources close to Arsenal make no secret of the fact Julian Alvarez would be his dream target. Barcelona are believed to be in pole position for Alvarez, and there are doubts about whether he would be willing to return to England. You can always change your mind, but, yeah. So, yeah, it will cost around 100 million euros to tempt him. So, it is what it is.
You always just got to have to run that. I think, like,